I'm excited to have with me country singer Leanne Pearson. She's also a songwriter, and she's here to talk about when her passion began and her latest album and more. Welcome, Leanne.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah, so you are a Canadian country rocker music artist, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so tell us, well, congratulations on your latest album, but also being married. I checked out your, Elvis, it was so cool. So you, despite the pandemic, you're so busy. How are you coping though, despite the pandemic?
Yeah, I think I've always been the type of person to take life with, a grain of salt and just realize that you have to be positive, really. And no matter what life throws at you, if you get kind of down in the dumps about it, and you can spiral and get sad, and I just refuse to be sad. And whatever life throws at me, I try to make the best out of it and just be positive. And so most, my social media is really just about being positive and spreading positivity and love. And I think during the pandemic, I've done that, whether that's through music or engaging with people online, or getting married in an Elvis Chapel.
It is so cool. I mean, it's not every day you get married in an Elvis Chapel, but you made it work, right? And so I want to congratulate you again on your singing Miles Away. So tell us what the song's about.
Yes, definitely. Well, my fiance at the time, we're obviously now married, but we were separated for over 4 months due to COVID travel bans. So I was at home in Canada and he was in Nashville. And we didn't know when we were going to be able to see each other again. And we had a bunch of wedding festivities booked, and we had to push those dates well apart. So not only did we have to make that decision to push all of our wedding festivities just to, till it was safe, but we had to do that well apart. So it was a very tough time, and I was turning to music a lot. I learned how to play piano during quarantine the last year, and just have been turning to music. So I wrote Miles Away just with the intention of, it just kind of poured out of me. And I just, took a little recording and sent it to Jordan and said, I just wrote this song, and brought him to tears. And he was like, this is just so beautiful. Thank you. And I just decided, I think I'm going to share this. Everyone knows our story. I'm going to share this little video on my social media. And I had literally just written the song, same day, if not minutes before, and just put it out into social media. And the response was incredible. I got so many messages from people sharing their stories, their family stories, their friends' stories of just being away from a loved one, and how this song resonated with them. So it connected with so many people before they even really heard any kind of production on it or anything, just a simple acoustic video. And so I reached out to my dear friend Murray Pulver in Winnipeg and said, we have to do something. So we went into the studio to record this song with the intention of it just being an acoustic vocal track. And that was it, just to record it, just to have it recorded, maybe release it, wasn't really sure. And then it was just something magical happened, and the vocals were so emotional, and we were like, we have to do some more to this. So this simple acoustic vocal track turned into a full production and a song that's now been released, and we'll have 2 music videos for it as well. So it's got such a cool story, and I've never really had a song evolve the way that this one has.
Yes, I mean, people can relate to it because people are separated during the pandemic, which is still here. And, so you are helping people heal, and you're not alone. And also I've watched the video, and it has American Sign Language, which is so, so important. And how did that come about?
Yeah, well, growing up, my grandparents were my best friends, and one nana was blind and one nana was deaf, and they were my biggest supporters, my biggest fans. And one nana never got the chance to see me play on stage, but she would lay on the couch and just listen to me sing for hours.
Oh.
But the other nana never got the chance to hear my singing voice, but she could come to shows and watch me on stage and watch all my music videos. So, still to this day, it breaks my heart that one never got to hear me and one never got to see me. So I had a music video for the song, which will be released in the coming weeks. And I stumbled across Kylie from the organization and company Sign a Song and was just blown away. I talk a lot, so it takes a lot to make me speechless. And I was speechless when I saw her. And I instantly reached out to her and said, this is my story about my nanas. This is a story about the song. Here's the song. We have to work together, please, And she just fell in love with the story and the song. And we ended up making a music video with her interpretation, and she consulted with a deaf individual to come up with the interpretation for the song, and it just turned into this beautiful emotional roller coaster, adding again to the story behind the song.
It's beautiful. And what has the feedback been like?
It's incredible, just to hear people say, quote unquote, people going, your music just keeps getting better and better, or this is the best yet. And my dear friend, Patricia Conroy, said to me, this is the best your voice has ever sounded. And so to hear feedback from not only my friends and in the music community, but from fans alike as well, who I also consider friends, it's been incredible to just hear people's responses to the music video, the song, the story, our wedding. It's been overwhelming in a good way.
Mm-hmm. And tell us about, you did check-in in your truck, quarantine style. That looked so much fun. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's so obviously checking out your truck is a rockin' song, and I wanted to do a music video for it, and we had the music video, everything was ready to go, and the storyline and everything, but we couldn't execute it because of COVID. And so I kind of turned going, I want to do something. What can I do? I can't get together with my band. We can't have a cast. We can't have a crew. So I basically said to my band, let's do a quarantine style video, just all shot on an iPhone, the audio from an iPhone, the visuals from an iPhone, and I'll edit together and let's see what we can come up with. And so that's what we did. And it had a really cool vibe to it. And people reached out to me and said, where can I download this? I absolutely love it. And I was like, what? You can't download it, but maybe I should make it available, So it turned into a really fun thing.
Yes. And this was before Miles Away. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now you mentioned you learned piano, but you are a self-taught guitar player. Is that right?
Yeah.
When did this start? Was it 10 years old or?
Yeah, it was around there. I picked up the guitar around 10 and then started writing music at around 12. And, some of those songs were just horrible, but they always had this country pop kind of element to them. And looking back at them now, it's very interesting to just see where I've come and how far I've come, and whether that's teaching myself or leaning on people in the industry that I know and asking questions. And it's been a very fun journey.
Yes, you have such a passion for what you do, and you are award-winning. So tell us some of your accomplishments. I know Hot Pursuit Music Video of the Year. Congratulations. And there's more. So tell us the viewers.
Yeah, well, I've been fortunate to win, in the last, say, 5 years or so, some pretty cool awards. At the Winnipeg Nightlife Awards in 2015, I won Best Local Artist. And I actually won that award right after having my tonsils taken out. So I physically couldn't talk to anybody while I was there. I had a friend come with me, and she was the one having the conversations, and I'm sipping tea with honey and lemon, and they announced my name, and I didn't think of any kind of speech or anything. So I walked up to the microphone and was just kind of like whispering into it to try to talk. And I'll never forget that experience, how much pain I was in just sitting there, and then winning. I was just like, what? So that was my first experience with really winning, a big award. And then I went on to win Emerging Artist of the Year at the MCMAs. And then fast forward a few years later was Female Artist of the Year at the MCMAs. And then, just in 2019, Album of the Year for Pull It Off and Music Video of the Year for Hot Pursuit. So it's been very exciting. And you'd think that my speeches throughout time would get better, but I feel like they've actually gotten worse. So it's like, I just need someone to tell me, you are going to win this award. You need to plan a speech, but I always feel like if I plan the speech that I'm going to jinx winning the award. So I just never plan a speech.
Yes. And it's raw. It's right. It's from the heart, and so the Junos will be next. Who knows?
That would be amazing. That would really be a dream come true.
Yeah. And I want to go back to your passion. Was there a pivotal moment that you said, I want to follow my dreams. I want to be a successful musician?
I always knew growing up. I started singing at the age of 4 and then was in musical theater for 7 years, starting at the age of 7. So I was always the youngest one on stage. They always had to custom make my costumes for me because I was so small. And I had no stage fright. I had no fear. I felt at home on stage. And growing up, everybody would always talk about what they dreamed of being, or I dream of being an astronaut or a lawyer or a teacher or a doctor. And I'm here going, I'm going to be a singer-songwriter.
So you knew, and while growing up, Leanne, who were your influences?
I have such a strange little collection of influences. I listen to other artists talk, and they're very much influenced by people that are a lot like they are now. And my influences are, obviously you can see the Shania Twain portion of it, but it's the Rolling Stones and the Eagles and John Cougar Mellencamp and Tom Petty and a little bit of Sheryl Crow in there. So they seem to all be those rock influences, the classic rock. But as soon as Shania Twain came out, my mind was just blown. And I was like, yes, that's going to be me one day,
Yes, and it is. And also, Bryan Adams, right? Was Bryan Adams?
How could I forget him? Yes. I do remember seeing him play live in Winnipeg with my parents when I was younger. And he dismissed the band for one song and acoustically played Heaven, just him by himself. And I was just enthralled by him. And I went home that night and learned how to play Heaven acoustic on guitar, and said to myself, once I have a band and I'm playing shows, I'm going to dismiss my band for a song or two, and I'm going to do exactly what I saw Bryan Adams do. And so now a part of my every single set is the band leaves the stage and I stand there with my guitar and I do what Bryan Adams influenced me to do.
Oh, that is wonderful. I mean, what do your parents think? They must be so proud of you.
They are. They're very proud, and to have the support of my family and my friends is very incredible, because nobody in my family is musically inclined. I have one cousin that's a drummer. He's a metal drummer in a metal band, but nobody's musically inclined. So, when I started saying this is what I want to do, it was very new to everybody. They said, well, how do you do that? And where do you start? What kind of guitar do I buy you? And, when do you learn piano? And it was a lot of learning and growing with my family, them trying to figure out, how do I support someone who wants to do this for a living?
Wow, that's amazing. And, I want to ask you, your Twitter, you love to inspire others through music and health and fitness and bad jokes. I mean, you don't have any bad jokes, do you?
I do. They are really bad, but people I'm kind of proud of my bad jokes at this point, because people really like them and they look forward to my bad stories that have no punchline. And so it's it is awesome to just see on Twitter specifically. I have so many witty followers, and their responses to some of my tweets are just so entertaining. And I really look forward to what people have to say.
That's wonderful. And do you have a favorite outfit? Like, I mean, how do you, I mean, what is there like a ritual or?
Well, you know, with these live interviews and live shows through Zoom and stuff, it's hard to know what to wear, because I would feel strange, you know, putting on a full face of makeup in my regular skirt and stuff like that when I'm at home, because I want people, if I'm at home, I want people to see me for me. You know, all I'll put on right now during COVID, I've refused to wear makeup until COVID is gone. I just put on a little bit of lipstick. So nothing and just spray something in my hair and hope for the best, because I want to be real and I want people to see me and realize this is literally what she looks like at home. You know, it's usually all black. I'm basically the female version of Johnny Cash. But if you see me on stage versus, you know, right now like this, I'm always in a skirt or a dress with cowboy boots. But it's kind of hard to wear. I have like little fuzzy socks on right now. It's hard to wear cowboy boots and a skirt and be all dressed up at home. So finding that balance in the, you know, 2020 and 2021 has been kind of difficult for me, because I knew exactly who I was on stage with the dresses and the skirts and the cowboy boots. And so it's been really interesting to adapt with the new music industry. But basically, you know, my ritual before shows is pick out an outfit and put on the cowboy boots and tune my guitar and go for it.
Well said. Well said. And so I'm excited for you to play Miles Away.
Yes. Thank you. Shall I do it now? Let me just
please. Yes.
A little bit so you can see me.
Yes. And then we'll come back and we'll ask what's next for you, which I'm sure is lots.
Lots. Yes, definitely lots to try to figure out. But
hey, before you begin, when did you start playing piano?
I literally just learned how to play piano.
My goodness. Okay, take it away.
If I screw up, just ignore the screw ups. I'm no, you know, Stevie Wonder, but I am learning, and it's very exciting to have a new instrument.
Not yet.
You're right. Okay. Well, this is Miles Away. I'll be back soon. They say distance makes the heart grow fonder, but I have to wonder. Whoever said that it's never been gone so long away from you. It's been months, but it feels like years. You're there, and I'm here. I love you more each day, even though you're miles away. And I can't wait to marry you one day when you're not miles away, miles away, yeah. I miss your smile and the way you make me feel safe. I'm so sorry that I had to go away. Leaving you behind was the hardest thing, but I'll be back soon. It's been months, but it feels like years. You're there, and I'm here. I love you more each day, even though you're miles away. And I can't wait to marry you one day when you're not miles away, miles away, yeah. Distance doesn't change a thing. Your last name will have a nice ring. to marry you one day when you're not miles away, miles away. Yeah. Miles away. Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you so much. I can't believe it. The piano. So what's next for you?
I don't know. You know, I have so many songs, and I could release, just pull a Taylor Swift and drop a bunch of albums tomorrow, but I think I'm going to release some singles. And Miles Away has opened a new door for me to be able to show the singer-songwriter side of me, and people seem to be really responding to it. You know, the country rocker girl is never going to go away. I'm always going to, you know, have those cowboy boots and rock out on stage. But I'm very excited for where Miles Away has taken me and allowing me to show this singer-songwriter side of me that people don't often get to see. And being able to do things like this is also very neat, you know, for me to play a new instrument. And, you know, I would never, if it wasn't for COVID, these opportunities would have never arisen for me. So, you know, to be thankful for something that is so negative and has such a negative impact on the world feels kind of strange, but I'm thankful for what I have discovered and who I have become as a result of it, really.
That's wonderful. And people want to follow you or, you know, listen to your music. Where can they go?
Yes, if you go to leannepearson.ca, then you can watch all my music videos. All my links to all my social media will be there, and all the links to all my music as well. So I have a lot of fun things on my website that you can check out. I have a blog page. I have a press page. I also have a new page that's called Funny Stuff. So it's all dedicated to my bad jokes. And there's quotes on the page from people like Jason McCoy and Leanne Cater and my bandmates about how bad my jokes are. So there's some really, really funny, and family as well. There's some funny quotes on there that are very entertaining. So I encourage you to go check it out. Just go to leannepearson.ca and let's be friends. And if you've watched this, please message me and let me know that you watched it, and let's connect. Let's be friends.
That's wonderful. And Leanne, anything else you'd like to add?
I guess for people to check out my wedding video as well. That's also on my website. And, you know, I recently got married at an Elvis Chapel with my cat, Winnie, as the cat of honor. And it was really fun. So if you're feeling down right now and you need a good little laugh or a smile on your face, feel free to check out my videos.